Hello, everyone. I'm Kristen Lucero Golden here, a consultant at Plative. And today we're very excited to show you our Health and Human Services agent use case, where we'll be looking at how Salesforce Agentforce can interact with Slack and Salesforce to be able to provide even more efficient services and assist with the administrative work and better supporting our participants and clients coming through and wanting to access services. So here we are on our website of Horizon Outreach Services, and I am a participant who is interested in better understanding what Horizon Services can assist me with. So I am Ronnie. I'm coming here to be able to see how we can better assess my needs for programs. And what I can do specifically here as I'm looking at the website, I can actually interact with the agent directly here. And as I click on this, the agent will go ahead and populate to ask me some questions regarding my interest in programs and services and better assess the specific programs I might be eligible for based on my responses. So this is all powered through Salesforce Agentforce. And as I get started here, I want to better understand what programs are going to be best for me related to Horizon services. So as I ask my questions, as I interact with the agent, it will take a look at what we have programmed on the Salesforce side to make sure that we are fully providing the information we need to gather from the requirements of how we have those programs set up within Salesforce. So as Ronnie continues to interact with this agent, we'll continue to assess, and the agent's going to actually help us do this to make it more personalized. So that way, as I just want to better see what could I potentially be eligible for, um, the agent's going to help me to be able to see those specific programs and services that could be helpful. And so here, as I take a look at this and as I answer these questions, I actually don't need to retype in the whole language as I go. I can even just type in the specific letters that relate to the question and the options that are given. And the agent is smart enough to be able to pick that up and be able to know exactly which ones I mean, so that way I don't have to rely on each person being able to type in all of that information again. So as we ask some common questions, which are all customized based on how we have it set up here, and are also based specifically on the programs that we have available and the services that we offer. We have just a few more to go, and then the agent will be able to assess and be able to determine which programs it would recommend that I take a look at that I might be eligible for services. So we're at our fifth and final question. As I answer this and go through for the benefits that I'm receiving, the agent will now go ahead and compile its list of suggestions and let me know a little bit of a brief description of each of the programs that I could be eligible for here, and give the participant an opportunity to be able to take a look, see some more information, and see if any of these are programs that I'm actually going to be interested in finding more information out about and potentially getting set up with. So as I review this, there's a few programs that have come back with some descriptions, and it also can link to more details on your website as well, just so that way you can make it a little bit shorter in terms of what the person needs to scroll through. And I decided I'm interested in the programs number 1 and 3. So as I respond that, the agent will go ahead and take that back and is actually going to create that referral record for me in Salesforce. So that way I can go ahead and automatically start being contacted from our case managers and others once they have an opportunity to review that information. So now that I've completed this agent conversation, we have a referral record that was created in Salesforce. So now in the Slack side, we have a referrals team channel where our specific team that works to process the referrals is able to have access within Slack. They are directly notified of this new referral record that was created based on our interaction with the agent. So as a case manager, as someone who's processing this referral, I can have an easy, quick description of what the individual entered here to get a snapshot of what they're looking for, what they're needing assistance with. and to better assess which programs they said that they were interested in, that the agent helped us to identify already, which ones they might be eligible for and also interested in. So based on this quick information as a case manager, I can actually go ahead and be able to claim this and interact with this directly within Slack as I have it here. Of course, it's also created in Salesforce. You can do all of that information within the Salesforce side as well. So now that I have clicked to claim it, if I do want to stay in Slack, I don't want to necessarily have to switch out of Salesforce, save a little bit of time. I can also switch over to our list here for being able to see what referrals have come in that I'm working with. And here, as I open this referral, I can see more information that we just saw again. So that way I can refresh, make sure that this is the correct one that I'm looking for. And then now I can take a look and say, yes, I don't have any concerns with these recommendations and other items that we want to potentially move forward with Ronnie. Once I mark the status as approved, it actually sends another Slack notification to a different channel of individuals who would be able to also take a look at this, review, see if there's any additional information that we need or any concerns here. So within this program directors team, I'm able to take a look at what our case managers have reviewed, some of the information that they want to provide here. And now as this individual, the or the program manager who is going through and reviewing this, I want to now assign this over, make sure that we start work with this individual and reach out. So I can create a case record again directly from Slack, and this will interact directly with Salesforce as well. So within the description, I can go through and provide some additional notes here that would be helpful for those who are working through this case. And so now I can make sure that the person that is being assigned knows that we want to assess this for the program eligibility. And for the owner, I can pick one of our Salesforce users, such as this case for Joel, for our case manager, to make sure that Joel knows to follow up with Ronnie to go a little bit further into this information, if there's any additional documents and other items that we need as we get ready for intake and all of those items. And so now I've created that case record through Slack. It's created that record within Salesforce. And there's quite a bit now that we can do to help interact with these records and this information here within Slack, and it keeps it consistent within Salesforce. So of course, I don't need to leave Slack just to be able to go in and make these updates in Salesforce. Or if I'm already in Salesforce, I can already access that information there. So now that we've assigned this over, this has been given to Joel to follow up with, but we've now learned that Joel is actually going to be out for the rest of today and tomorrow. He is out sick. And so Lauren, knowing that she just assigned this over to Joel, decides to assist to make sure that we're following up on some of Joel's open cases to make sure that we continue the progress and make sure that no one's going to fall through the cracks or that it's not going to take too much time for our agency to follow up with those important individuals who are wanting to connect with services. So I can switch over directly within Slack to our Agentforce agents that we have set up. So I can interact with our case manager agent and ask quite a bit of information in real language and have it assist me almost as a personal assistant to be able to do some administrative tasks, make some things a little more streamlined. So here I want to double check what are our open cases that Joel has for this week that maybe I can assist with here. And that agent is going to work with Salesforce and bring that back here into Slack to give me that information. And then I can continue to ask questions or give prompts to have it do some follow-ups for me. So as the agent works and as it compiles this information for me, we can see right now we just have this one open case for Ronnie. And so I want to make sure that maybe it's been a little bit, I've stepped away from my computer and I'm not doing this right away. And so I just want to better remember what is the summary of this case so that way I can make sure I'm following up with the appropriate information and able to get a quick idea of who Ronnie is and what they're looking for at this time. So as the agent works here, we'll be able to see some of the information here. Again, I can ask additional questions. I can have it, provide it in some additional formats and things as well. But here, for now, this is a quick way for me to be able to get a better understanding of what programs we're thinking and which types of questions and answers that Ronnie was able to provide for us. So what we can do, if this is helpful for us, we can actually even just have the agent directly attach this case comment or this summary to a case comment. So that way, again, we're keeping it consistent with Salesforce, and it's actually going to be updating that record in Salesforce to add this information that we're asking it to. So once it does that, it will confirm and let us know that that is completed. And from here, maybe I want to make sure that this doesn't fall off Joel's radar once he returns to the office. So just to help him out a little bit, I'm going to actually also ask the case manager agent to create a task record within Salesforce, which will link it to this case as well, and make sure to remind Joel that within 2 days from now, we want to double check that we followed up with Ronnie and see if there's any additional information that Ronnie is asking for and that we can get them connected with our programs and services. So now that we've created that case, I want to use the agent to also help me draft an email. We want to get them started on the intake form. For our particular agency, we have an intake form that the participant can start filling out on their own, and then we'll meet with them to be able to get any additional information, documents that we might need. But this way they can go ahead and get that process started and we can have them go a little more efficiently through our process here and make sure that there aren't any additional blockers to receiving services. So here I can preview the email. I can ask for additional changes and updates if there are any items that I do not want to include or want to revise. But at this point, it's looking pretty good and we're ready to send it over. So I can also ask for the agent now to use this draft to go ahead and send this email to Ronnie. Again, Ronnie provided in the agent, they provided both their name and email address already. So the case manager agent is going to take this draft, send it to the participant, and is actually going to save that as a copy as well to that case record. Thank you for watching this demo. We have seen how Salesforce Agentforce, Slack, and Salesforce can all work together to help us make sure that we are delivering personalized support and ensuring we meet each individual exactly where they are. With our referral and intake process, we help to turn what was once a bureaucratic maze into a seamless and supportive journey, and we're able to do that all with the Salesforce, Agentforce, and Slack tools. Thank you for watching.